Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Really welcome to another video of Advanced Arabic short course as we move on very quickly, roughly on the most advanced and fastest Arabic course, Insha'Allah. Actually it is, cause I actually looked up on the internet and couldn't find any course, because there are people who really are busy and they don't have time to go through huge videos and lots of videos. So that's why this course is kind of rough, but it has a lot of content, and the handouts are especially for you. If you want to take it seriously, you can really get a whole lot advanced. I'm talking about this. Now let's move on to our topic today, which is Tamyeez and Ism Tafdeel. You didn't hear about this before cause these are completely new. So let's dig in. We'll start with Tamyeez. Better get the pronunciation right. It's Tamyeez, not Tamyeez. It's Tamyeez. Anyways, sometimes comparatives and superlatives, as you can see in the bracket, it's Ism Tafdeel, require more details. For example, if I say I'm more than you, like more than you on what? Do you have money? Do you have children, or maybe in height? What are you more than me at? You can't just say I'm more than you. You gotta say something, unless you don't know English and you're just practicing that. That's different. So here this question arises, more than you in terms of what? Tamyeez is the answer to that question. It is kind of translated as in terms of. As you know, in Arabic we don't get one word translation for words. I told you in the video, in the 2.1 video, that there are roots, and every single Arabic word gives you a sentence meaning. That means something that drives, something that something like that. I highly recommend that you watch that video because that's really important to get your grasp of the Arabic knowledge. Tamyeez will always be in singular form. However, sometimes depending on the context, it is translated as plural. Note the word translated. It is translated as plural, but that doesn't mean the form will be plural. It will always be in singular form. Okay? That won't change. And we will translate it as plural if we need it, because that's an English fact. It's not related to Arabic. Okay, so Tamyeez may have a distance between Ism Tafdeel and itself, so you can understand that it is related with Ism Tafdeel. Now you may say, hey, what's Ism Tafdeel? You didn't tell me that yet. For now, just know that it's comparatives and superlatives. Comparatives and superlatives. And there's a reason why we'll do that later. So be patient. Yes, bro. So the characteristics are: it must be mansub, it must be mufrad, and it must be a nakira. It's better to say a nakira, but whatever. If you don't know any, you know this probably, but if you don't know what these means, please check Easy Arabic short course. You really got to. I'm sorry, I can just tell you the meaning, but you should know this because these are really basics. If you want to get advanced, you have to know this stuff. I know this course is free and you're getting the handouts for free. Everything is for free, but give efforts, because the one who created this really had to work. So it's better that I request you guys to take it seriously. It will be great for you, and I'll be happy that you're making great progress. I won't get much of that. I won't even know what you're doing, but just for the sake of Allah, you should do this. Not so that I am happy. You should do this for Allah. Anyways, enough side talk. So you have a sentence over here, which is huwa aktharu minka malan ma'alan wa waladan. You don't have to get really serious about this because it's a normal sentence. It's not an ayat. So you have this word, he is more than you. So you can take a wild guess that it's related to Ism Tafdeel, but it itself is not complete. So we had to add in terms of wealth and children. Take a wild guess. What is Tamyeez? Wealth and children. As you can see, I color code my slides, so it should be easy for you to identify. Now, waladan is mansub mufrad. Why on earth is it translated as children? Children. Well, because you can't say he is more than you in terms of wealth and child. So in English, we will have to translate it as children. So we translated it in plural, even though it's singular form, and even it's mansub. So that's all. You probably get now what those words meant, but still I'm not gonna give you that. Just anyways, mufrad is actually singular and nakira is common. I like you guys, so I told you. Anyways, so you have two words that are better to know. By the way, just like that, you will find many meanings, many words. So there are no fixed Tamyeez, like I won't give you a vocabulary of Tamyeez. It could be anything. It could be a sentence. It could be normal, and it could be ordinary things like wealth and children. So just for a conceptual knowledge, it's not so important to know, because our intention is to understand Quran. Khairun wa sharrun. These are two special comparatives. That means Ism Tafdeel. But unlike the other ones, they don't sound like Ism Tafdeels. Because look over here. Not over here. Over here. Look at the Ism Tafdeels. Akbara, big, and Al Akbara, the biggest. Ajmal, more beautiful. They have a pattern. Akbara, Ajmala, Asma'a, Alama. All these words have a pattern, which we will do in Sarf, Insha'Allah. Then everything will be like super awesome. But that family in Sarf, these are called families, but these don't belong to that family. But yet they are Ism Tafdeels, and Khairun, you already know that from Easy Arabic short course, which means better, and Sharrun means worst. And Allah would use this word for hell a lot of times, for Jahannam. And the rules applied are same. Khairan, Sawaban, a great deed, Mufrad, Mansub, and Nakira. So I already told you, Ism Tafdeels, that you add a al and you make it superlative, the biggest. Just by adding an al. Akbara, you add the al and it becomes the biggest, most beautiful. It becomes superlative. Okay, this is an example. Thanks to Bayyinah TV for this. This table belongs to Bayyinah TV, So take a look at these examples. They can also be used to do comparison. For example, you have Ahsanul Kitab. The Kitab has an al. So the noun is singular and proper. And the best part of the book, Ahsanul Kitaba, best of the book, if you literally translate it. Now let's make it different. Ahsanul Kutubi, the best of the books, plural, that is. Kutub is the broken plural form of Kitab. The best book, Ahsanu Kitabin, which is like a super plural because of the pattern that it's singular and common. Will describe that. So there is another thing that you can use, that using min for with Ism Tafdeel, we already know that it gives the meaning from, min means from. Min amlika, min swab, or whatever you use it for. And as you can use it to do comparison, we can use it to, do Tamyeez as well. For example, the first example, we did use min over here. You notice this? We used min over here. So it can be also used to do Tamyeez, Tamyeez will give you the meaning in terms of. So here, min is giving me the meaning of then. Is helping me to do the comparison first, right? And then Tamyeez and Ism Tafdeel is showing up in terms of wealth and children. These will come later, but first thing, the comparison. Who starts this? The min. That's what we are explaining over here. Not a big deal, just you notice these things and you know, take good note of them. Use the handouts, keep them in your brain. That's all I suggest. If there is something that you need to know absolutely, I will tell you that, inshallah. And speaking of that, they are here. Kullun, Badun, and Goiron. Very, very, very important words, and you probably know them by now. You have memorized them by now in the Easy Arabic short course. And these three can have a tanween. Now, why are we talking about this? If you have done Easy Arabic short course, you already know that there are some special mudafs, and if you're talking about mudafs, then that means they will always be mudaf, and if they're always mudaf, they can never have a tanween. However, these special mudafs are not only they're advanced, that means they don't always give the meaning of, but also they can take a tanween. So they're like really, really special advanced mudafs. So you better remember them, and they can sit on their own. They don't have to be a mudaf every time. Okay? And when that's happening, they will have a tanween. Okay, guys, very important. Even though you did this in Easy Arabic short course, but I know many of you didn't. So learn most of them. There are some words over here that you don't need to know, but most of them are from the Quran. So please do the favor of memorizing these words. If you have any problem, if you face any problem, then let me know in the comments below, by the will of Allah. And thanks to Bayyinah TV for this as well. So we are making good progress. Tamyeez is done and Tafdeel is done, and now we are going to enter a very advanced and interesting, but not so. No, it's really important. You can say average, but you know, these negation, kana, they were really important. Ism Mausul as well, and then the later ones will also be important. Sentences is also very important. So I'm not saying that Tamyeez is not important, you know, like people want to know the demands, that okay, which is like more important for the syllabus. For your understanding, you better know the other ones. But if you want to be a hardcore researcher, better to know you must know Tamyeez, Ism, Tafdeel, because you want to interpret meanings, you want to find out what Allah is saying. So you need to know Tamyeez, which is a Tamyeez, which is Ism, Tafdeel. Depends on your desire. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. May Allah reward you for that. And in the next video, inshallah, we'll be dealing with instead of plus sentences. It could either be one or it could be divided into two videos. I don't even know yet. Allahu alam, Allah knows. Inshallah. Until then, see ya.